Hi guys, this is just a quick video to talk you through the new Triple S ECU flash for the Honda Transalp 23, 24 and soon to be 25 year model. So this is something that we've developed in-house. This is what they refer to as a XDF file. We use a couple of different editing programs, one being WinIOS 5 and the other one being Tuner Pro RT, which is what we're using here today. So I just wanted to show you a few parameters that we change here on the left hand side as we scroll down. These are all the map groups and whatnot. So we'll just run through a few important parts to this. This ETV is electronic throttle valve, and some big gains to be had in the horsepower department, purely because it doesn't open up 100%. You can see down here, 100 on the top. So we've gone through and optimized those settings. So it gets 100% throttle opening. Quite an easy way to get some power out of this particular bike. Now, obviously, you've got to correct the fueling to suit. The fueling's all over the joint on this particular model. In some parts it's lean, some parts it's rich, but what you really feel when you ride this bike on and off the throttle is lean sensations and stumbling and hesitation at low throttle settings. And, just trying to cruise around town, they pig root and carry on. It's terrible. Anyway, we've corrected all that. As you can see here, this is the IOP fuel table, and cylinder 1, cylinder 2, and then the secondaries there. That's one that we've paid a lot of attention to, that table, as well as the TPS, cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. That's TPS over fuel map. Ignition timing, yeah, there's some gains there. That's just here. So group 1, cylinder 1, to give you an idea, there's the table there. You can view it in three-dimensional format and stuff as well, but this is just purely a table as such. There's some little gains there to be had with the ignition timing. Not a lot, because the motor's only low compression engine and ignition timing's pretty good. And, we tried 98 and 95 and whatnot. We've done a lot of testing on the 91, and all our flashes are designed to run on 91 or greater, especially in an adventure bike like this. You don't want to be out west or in the desert and buying low quality fuel and have it tuned for high quality fuel. I just don't see the sense in that. So all the flashes that we develop for in adventure bikes and big enduro stuff too is all designed to run on 91 or greater. So that's something to take note of. And it's designed to run Australian fuels. We only service the Australian market, and the reason being is we tune, specifically the Australian model with the Australian ECU number on Australian fuel, for Australian conditions. And some people argue that there's not a lot of difference. Well, there is. There is a lot of difference in the fuel. The bikes are somewhat different as well with the emission standards. So, you get one flash in Australia and one flash for overseas and whatnot, and they all expect it to work on, on one fuel where they've tuned. So, we don't sell into other parts of the world. We continually get asked to, but I've made a decision not to, because it changes. Doesn't matter what region you're in, the fuel's different. The bike model is slightly different. Hence why there's different ECU numbers and whatnot. Exhausts are different, pollution's different. There's a lot in it. Now the speed limiter. So a couple of different ways you can get rid of that. We can actually adjust it to a higher limit, or just to put a patch on it and get rid of it altogether. I've just been putting patches on it, and that just disables it altogether. The O2 sensor, It's only got a narrow band O2 sensor. It's absolutely hopeless. Some parts through the range, it's not too bad. And then, some parts it's like 14.8, 15 to 1. Um, and, even if we do change the target AFR in the ECU, the oxygen sensor is just not going to keep up with it. So we just turn that off and leave that off, and everyone's everyone's happy then. So I do like to leave it on if I can. If it was a wideband to start with, if it was a decent Bosch, sensor, yes, we leave it in there and we change the targets to suit. But we just can't do it on this bike. It's just not going to happen. Now I did find the fan temperature control, so we can change that for you as well. When you look down here, I put in the model code. That's the ECU code. ID. Yeah, so if you have a look around the world, there's a few other guys selling them. Our model has a different ECU ID as well than other regions around the world. There's a lot of different ETV maps that are present there. It's quite extensive, as you can see. And there's not a lot of difference between them. So you got, your rain mode and the sport mode and whatnot, and there's just not a lot of difference. But I have rectified that. So the rain mode, you'll feel it. It cuts the power. It cuts it substantially, and obviously the sport mode, um, is at the other end of the spectrum. Now I've been working on this particular project for about 6 months now. Pretty solid, actually. It's not something that I've just come up with in 5 minutes flat. So, you know, it's ready for market. Um, give us a call. We can talk you through it more about what we do. All the information will be on our website, which is www.sssmotorcycles.com in the next sort of week or two. Um, I've got all the information here. I just haven't put it all together and made it available to the public. But, if you want to talk through it, please give me a call, or just hang five and you'll see the dyno results and some more particulars um, on the website in due course. Now, just another couple of important points is the price. Right, so it's going to cost you $515, including the return freight. Um, it's a mail-in job, so you mail your ECU, which is very easy to get to on this bike. It's just underneath the seat. It's literally 5 minutes to undo the three plugs. Be very careful of the three plugs. When you undo the clip, you can break it. Try and spray a little bit of WD-40 on where the clip is, and you'll find that your life will be a lot easier. And wrap it in a bit of rag or bubble wrap preferably, and send it to us express post. So you got the tracking information. We'll send it back to you express post as well. And I think you guys are going to be very, very surprised about what this does to that bike. The main problem with that bike is just low down running. It's just shocking. And the surging and carrying on, and it's part of the emission laws, with Euro 5 and whatnot. We're just about going, we're into Euro 6, not Euro 6, sorry, Euro 5 plus, or 5B, as it's known as well. We're into that. So, next year, this bike will probably have, more than likely, it'll have a downstream oxygen sensor after the catalytic converter, and I'm going to have to do all this nonsense again. Let's just hope that you're going to use the same ECU family, and I'll just have to reconfigure it and switch it off. Switch the second sensor off. So that's where we're at the moment. It is exciting times. It's ready for market. We'll do a reasonably slow launch on this and just get a few out there and see what you guys think. I've done a lot of testing on the dyno. We've done some testing on the road too, logging the data and whatnot. Um, and it's all